Urgent, the private prosecution is requesting provisional imprisonment for the former president of the government, José Luis Rodríguez Zapatero. Let's begin. Hello everyone and welcome to a new edition of Precautionary Measures, Special Urgent Edition because attention! The statement of the former president of the government, José Luis Rodríguez Zapatero, has already concluded at the National Court within the framework of the Plus Ultra case. And pay close attention because the popular accusations have asked Judge Calama to impose provisional prison as a precautionary measure on Zapatero. We're going to tell you everything. The information we know so far, this is in real time, and of course if we can update later with a new video, we will. But for now the information is that Zapatero's statement has already finished. And I'm going to tell you all the details of what happened in that more than 2.5-hour appearance by the former president of the government. We're going to share this information on screen, as we always do, and I'd like to remind you, if you haven't already, remember to subscribe to the channel. Of Precautionary Measures with Miguel Ángel Pérez, we're just a little push away from reaching 134,000 subscribers, already on our way to 150,000, and we're now putting this breaking, very latest information on screen. Former President José Luis Rodríguez Zapatero testified for over 2.5 hours. Before the judge of the National Court who is investigating the alleged crimes he may have committed by favoring the bailout of the airline Plus Ultra granted by the government of Pedro Sánchez, before the head of Central Court of Instruction No. 4, former President José Luis Rodríguez Zapatero testified about crimes. It's easy to say, half a dozen crimes in 2 hours. The former socialist leader arrived at the National Court at 8:50 a.m. just minutes after his lawyer Victor Moreno. Catenas, whom we have already talked about several times here, is said to have committed the crime of favoring the rescue of the airline granted by Precautionary Measures with Miguel Ángel Pérez and Libertad Digital, the government, Precautionary Measures with Miguel Ángel Pérez and Libertad Digital, and the Anti-Corruption Prosecutor's Office. The Anti-Corruption Prosecutor has requested in the Precautionary Measures hearing that Judge Calama impose on former President Zapatero, attention, the withdrawal of his passport and bi-weekly appearances in court. These precautionary measures requested by the Anti-Corruption Prosecutor's Office must be added to those requested by the private prosecutors. PP and Ciudadanos have, let's say, supported the precautionary measures requested by the prosecutor's office. The Anti-Corruption Prosecutor requested passport withdrawal and bi-weekly court appearances. And in addition, other popular accusations, specifically Vox, Justicia Europa, Actior and Liberum, have requested Judge Calama to order provisional imprisonment for Zapatero. The former socialist leader has only answered questions from the investigating magistrate, José Luis Calama, and his defense attorney, declining to respond to the public prosecutor and to questions from the popular prosecution. He has also refused to answer about the jewels found in his office, preliminarily valued at 1.3 million euros. He assured that he will testify about them in a week or 10 days because he says he hasn't had time to prepare. The former president, attention, who spoke inside, has assured that he has not participated in any criminal activity and that he has not exerted any influence over the rescue of Plus Ultra. In fact, he emphasized that he has not had any direct relationship with the airline. Although he admitted that he recognized Julio Martínez Sola, president of Plus Ultra, in the year 2024. Regarding his daughters Laura and Alba Rodríguez Espinosa, he said that they had a company that was operating and that they were paid for formatting some reports, distancing them from the commission of any crime. It should be noted that the judge is investigating the payments from the Plus Ultra scheme to the company owned by Zapatero's daughters, which is called What the Fab. This company could have been used to channel the alleged kickbacks in exchange for his influence. He has also stated that he does not have any companies, either in Spain or abroad, and has denied ordering Julio Martínez, known as Julito, to create a company in Dubai to collect alleged illegal kickbacks. It should be noted that Zapatero arrived at the National Court at 10 minutes to 9 this Wednesday morning to testify before Judge Calama, and he has appeared. Well, from around 9:12 until 1 in the afternoon with a break of about half an hour. And it should also be remembered in turn that Zapatero is charged with crimes such as criminal organization, document forgery, influence peddling, smuggling, and tax offenses. Zapatero entered through the main door of the National Court, although he left through a side exit. With the aim of avoiding the press, as there was speculation that he might make statements upon leaving after his appearance. Finally, what happened is that Zapatero sent a statement which we will also share on screen so we can read it. And I want you to give me your opinion about what Zapatero says in this statement sent to the media. And we have it here now. Let's put it on the screen. Pay attention. It is a text of 4 paragraphs and just over 200 words. The former socialist prime minister has made no reference to the jewels seized in his office, which have become one of his legal problems. Zapatero begins this statement by thanking all of you, referring to the journalists for waiting, and also thanks the citizens. He says he has spent 29 days in silence preparing for this moment and those to come. And he says he has remained silent out of respect for the justice system and for his honor, who was the first one that should hear him. In addition, he promises that he has no doubt that in the coming days he will provide the necessary explanations. The former president under indictment says he is being accused of very serious crimes that he did not commit and insists that he always acted with decency and honesty. Now, he says, he has the task ahead of him to prove it and promises to do so with absolute transparency and complete confidence. On a more legal level, he states that he has submitted a general authorization to the court voluntarily so that it can be verified that there are no companies, money, financial products, or any assets owned by him directly or indirectly. And he says he does it because he has absolutely nothing outside of Spain. In addition, he has made an appeal to the public asking for trust, since when someone knows they are completely innocent, as is his case, he says, and fully trusts in justice, the most painful thing is knowing that many people may feel disappointed. If they believe the things that are said about me, that's what Zapatero says, who sends a message to all those fellow citizens. He asks them for trust, and Zapatero makes something like a kind of campaign promise. I won't let you down, he says, while assuring that, although it may take more or less time to prove it, in the end the truth will come out and restore confidence to those who now have doubts. You'll see, insists Zapatero. Before concluding with a thank you very much, this is what Zapatero says in that statement. And well, honestly, what is he going to say? What is Zapatero going to say? Well, he plays the victim again and says he hasn't done anything, that he's innocent. He distances himself from everything, from any irregularity, so no surprise there. But the information we have right now from the National Court is that the private prosecutors have requested pretrial detention for the former Prime Minister, José Luis Rodríguez Zapatero, who is charged with up to 6 different crimes in the Plus Ultra case. The Anti-Corruption Prosecutor's Office is requesting the surrender of his passport and court appearances every 15 days. The judge of the National Court, José Luis Calama, who is investigating this corruption scheme, will have to make a decision in the next few minutes and decide whether Zapatero will go to prison or if other, less severe precautionary measures will be imposed, such as the surrender of his passport or court check-ins every 2 weeks. As always, you'll get any updates here first on precautionary measures with Miguel Ángel Pérez. That's it for this express edition of Precautionary Measures with Miguel Ángel Pérez. I hope this urgent news was informative. Remember to subscribe to the channel, of course, and to keep supporting this great community that all of you are a part of. With yours truly, and you can do it in a very simple way by becoming members like the Chosen for less than €3 a month or like the Supreme for less than €7 a month. You can also make contributions via Bizum at 627-555-5370, 627-555-5370. And we're going to dedicate today's show to Jose Ferrande, our new member among the Chosen. The most important thing, as I always tell you, is that this information reaches everyone, because information is precious. Power. See you soon.